Hello, everybody. It is Mike. It is Saturday, and that means it's time for the Slashback challenge. This is from the Horror Man. Every week we have a new challenge. This week's challenge was Slasher Plus, so it could be any movie that most people consider a slasher, but maybe you don't, or vice versa. You consider it a slasher and they don't, or it could be a movie that kind of walks that line between slasher and other genres. So my answers might be a little bit, my choice might be a little bit controversial because I don't know. I've been told that this is a slasher movie, that these are slasher movies, but yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, every one of them. They're not straight up slasher movies. And the reason I say that is if you think about the first one, really the only person you see get slashed when they get killed is Tina at the beginning, and she gets slashed in the stomach. So like her boyfriend gets, he hangs in, or he is hung by Freddy in the jail, so that's not a slasher kill. Her mom, she gets like burnt up or whatever in the bed. So that's not really a slash. And truly, we don't know what happens to Johnny Depp's character because it would be a whole lot more than slash with all the blood that came out of that bed. So, but even you think of some of the other deaths, the little puppet scene, the head through the TV. The kid on the motorcycle where the motorcycle all becomes a part of the kid, the roach, the girl who turns into roach, none of those are slashers. So are slash killings. Those are kind of supernatural, weird types of deaths. Granted, there are definitely slasher elements in this because of his glove, and he does use that on occasion. Like with the coach in part two, and of course Jesse's friend in part two, the young man who gets put up against the door, and he gets slashed. And part two was probably the closest to a straight up slasher that Freddy was, and then after that, they kind of got cheesy with the vials of drugs that he puts into the one girl's arms, and the chalkboard where he uses his claw or his glove on the chalkboard to cause that poor kid's head to explode, and so yeah, I think Nightmare on Elm Street is a perfect blend of all kinds of genres. You have, he's a slasher, but he also kills the kids and people in various ways. Some of it supernaturally. He uses other types of instruments, like the TV, smashing that girl's head through the TV. Just various things to kill his victims, and a lot of it, of course, has to do with what they fear in their dreams. So, yeah, it was. I think this is probably as good as any when you think about those horror movies that kind of walk the line with the various genres of horror. You have the boogeyman, you have the slasher, and then you have the mind control that he has over some of his victims, and then of course you have the various ways that he kills his victims. So, all right, so that was I didn't really do a review on any of these. My favorite one is probably always going to be part two. I've just really enjoyed Freddy in the first two movies, and three was okay as well. I didn't mind that one as too bad. After that, I'm giving them another watch. So I started this week with watching 1 and 2 again, and 3. I've got almost through 3. But yeah, I'm not going to really do a review, but whenever I think about movies that that I don't necessarily consider slasher. I know a lot of people do. Freddy, I don't know. I know he is a slasher, but the movies themselves don't always lend themselves to that particular genre. All right, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed this. Talk to you later. Bye.